Funny feeling. Can't sleep. Shadows on the wall moving. Afraid to sit in the dark. Fear takes control. Did that move? Or am I hallucinating? Welcome to Nightmares. I had this close friend who always told these stories. Weird stories of the supernatural and the paranormal. He started talking about this house that was at the end of the street for the last 10 years. It's been abandoned. But many reports saying lights coming on, people walking by, look like something is staring at them through the window, etc. You know that whole storyline. I get it. A lot of people like scary stuff, and so do I. But to think it's true is... So I told my friend, you know, your stories are okay, but let's get real. Then his girlfriend, she happened to tell me to meet her at the library. I wondered why, but she said she wanted to prove some things about that house. It was the Willoughby house. So next day, I met her. She was talking about the Willoughbys. They still don't know what happened to the father. But according to police records and people who lived near the house, they saw Mr. Willoughby doing some things that us humans cannot do. When the police was called, they found the whole family whacked. Ripley gut open and intestines and everything all over the house on the walls. This pentagram, a foul odor. Now remember, things were different back in the day. This happened back in 1953. Now the house sits on the corner, but it's got a big lot, so no house is like right up to it, so it kind of stands alone. But supposedly, whatever he opened up, because they found pages, some old book. I couldn't read it, because it had letters in the library. So I had to have it translated. Certain demon spells or incantations and many things like that. And as I thought to myself when she was showing me this stuff in the library, who in their right mind would do something like this? But there was, and she said, see? And I said, well, see what? That just shows that a man went nuts and whacked his family. Also in the police records, it was stating that Officer Murphy, he said that the man was coherent and speaking something. The officer, or anybody else that was around, could understand so-called language that hasn't been spoken in thousands of years. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that can be involved into things, and the excitement, the adrenaline, all that stuff can play with your mind. But she kept on insisting. So one night we happened to go by this house. A few other people was telling us not to do it. So we were standing outside. And how ironic. It's kind of cliche that the wind was howling, which it started. The funny thing is, it started doing it while we were. Once we got, like, right in front of this house, it was weird. I got this intense feeling not to hang in there, or go by this, so I backed up, and I'll be damned, as we were sitting there and started hearing this howling, and almost like something was speaking through the howling. They both turned and looked at me, and I'm shaking my head because I'm in disbelief of what I'm hearing. And I looked at this house, and I know what I saw. Second story window. According to them, it's the master bedroom. Something was staring at us. When I saw that, I got the hell out of there. Yes. That night, I didn't sleep well. It was almost like something in that house was attracted to me. I was telling them, too, about it. My buddy told me, whatever you do, don't talk to it. Try to ignore it. Read the Bible. Stuff like that. So as I was laying there, it felt like eternity. I couldn't wish for daylight even more than I was that night. Sounds of the wind outside my window, which is ironic because it wasn't doing it until we went over in front of that house. Sound like the branches of the trees scraping against the window. And then I rode on my side, and it just felt like I heard something breathing in the corner of my bedroom. So the following night, I told them, let's go inside. They didn't want to at first, but I told them, come on, you got me into this. Now I want to go inside and see stuff. They told me I was nuts. Fortunately for us, window on the side of the house, we didn't have to worry about anybody walking by, because nobody did around this house, let me tell you. Thank God the window was open. Well, unlocked, I should say. I climbed in first, and they followed. The wind was still blowing for some reason or another around the house, which I thought was kind of crazy, because everywhere else everything was fine. But around this house, as soon as I stepped inside, or when we all finally got inside, lightning and thunder started. Got this tense feeling that I should not be in there. Yet this overwhelming feeling of I had to see. So as we slowly walked through this house, hearing weird things, out the corner of my eye, I saw a dining room table chair move. Scared the crap out of all of us. And as I was standing by the window, it was just so dark. Then I got this weird feeling. Started hearing this sound, this weird voice of, I don't know what the hell it was. And when the lightning flashed over in the corner, there it was. My friend's girlfriend screamed. But it was like we couldn't move at first. Every time the lightning flashed, saw this weird, nasty looking thing. Looked like it came out of hell itself. It had these tentacles around its body. These weird wings. It looked like a demon. And it was so wicked that every time the light would flash from the lightning, you saw the body. But you kept seeing those red eyes. I was so terrified. It slowly started coming closer to us as it was making this weird noise. My friend and his girlfriend finally took off. And finally, I was able to break it. All I could say was the Lord's Prayer in my head. It was like something was starting to control me. It was crazy. And it just kept saying certain things in the back of my head. My friend's girlfriend stopped in mid-stride. I just turned around and started laughing. My friend was trying to get her to move. And she turned around and twisted his head, his face facing his back. Oh. Started making these weird noises. Weird noises. Saying these words. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to go room to room, but I couldn't break a window. I was trying to take a chair and bust out a window or something, and I couldn't do it. She was in there, saying some weird crap, man. It was so creepy. In every room, it was in the corner, looking at me, showing his sharp teeth. Felt this overwhelming pain and hot flames like licking my body. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Then she appeared in the doorway of the room I was in. She had a knife, saying stuff like she was going to kill me. I screamed and took off running towards the back of the house. I saw this door. It was already busted. And as I got closer to it, something grabbed my leg and I fell. And I found these bones. All these bones in this back room past the kitchen. They fell out of the wall. Oh. There was this pentagram with dried up blood. The stench was unbearable. And here it started coming. Started to come. What am I gonna do? But there was a spot there. If I could just jump out. I don't know how lucky I got that day, but I got lucky. So it was crazy. I jumped with all my might. And I went through the window. I didn't think I was going to because I couldn't do it in the living room or the dining room. But I finally got out. And I was in the backyard. Then the ground started rumbling. Things started coming out of the backyard. This glowing, greenish stuff and hands, and the ground was giving way, and all I could think about was jumping over the fence and taking off. And as I was running down the street, I turned around. Things was whispering weird stuff into my head. She was in the window. Her face was all cut up. Her teeth was black. I told the police over the phone as soon as I got home. They went there. Found the bones. But my friend and his girlfriend wasn't there. After I left the police station, they informed me that they found bones from people who were missing back in the 50s and 60s. But I told them my friends was in there, but they didn't believe me. Then as I was laying in my bed that night, thinking I wish I could have saved my friend and his girlfriend. Oh, what the hell was I gonna do? Then I started hearing his girlfriend's voice coming from the back room in my house. As I slowly crept up to the doorway, I turned the corner. They both were standing there with whatever that thing was. I screamed.